Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, September 24th. Right, I am in the office for one more day today. Right, so y'all be good with the sub. Right, starting off today, we do not have bell work. Right, we've been working on this. Right, today's Wednesday. We can't do Where You At because we do not have our Chromebooks with subs. Right, so no bell work today. Right, today we are going to start off with a little card sort. Right, so this is the first paper that you're going to need. Right, if you need to pause to pass these out, go ahead and pause the video. Right, make sure everyone has one of these papers in front of them. Right, it is 2 pages and it is stapled. Right, I need you to put your name at the top. Right, put your class period. Right, this one is going to be turned into the box at the end of class. So double check that your name's on it or it's going in the trash. Right, so here's what you're going to do. You have a lot of boxes on the front, right? You have a lot of boxes on the back. First thing we do is rip it, right? So you have 2 papers, okay? You're going to use the scissors and the glue on your desk, right? Or if you have your own, that's fine, right? To cut these out and sort them where they go, right? Notice we have 2 title boxes, physical change, chemical change. They're going to go at the top. You can decide which side you want to be which, right? And then you have boxes that you're going to read and put where they go, right? Remember, you have notes that you can use, right? We took these on Monday, right? If you don't have a copy of these, you're going to look on your neighbor's notes, or the substitute has a copy of ones that are filled in for you that you can use, right? A chemical change is something new being formed, okay? So when you're reading these, it has to be something new being formed. Okay, so let's look at this one right here. Right, it says Xenia added sugar to a pitcher of warm tea and stirred until the sugar dissolved. Right, I need to think about my evidences of chemical change. Was something new formed here, or did she just add sugar to the tea? Right, she just added sugar. Right, that is an example of a physical change. Right, let's look. Let's do this one right here. Right, it says, Alexi heated a test tube of a clear solution. She noticed that as it heated up, the solution turned blue. That's weird. Right, she had clear liquid. Right, she warmed it up and it turned blue. Right, that would be 2 things, right? There'd be a temperature change and an unexpected color change, right? So that is a chemical change, right? The Alexi one down at the bottom, right? Give you an example of each so you have at least one done for each side, right? Make sure when you're doing this, right, all the trash gets put in the recycling bin, right? I do not need to come back up here and see a giant hot mess because you're not picking up after yourself. Right? The substitute, nor myself, nor the janitor needs to clean up after you. Right? You have a job to do. You can do it. Okay? Make sure that you're using my scissors responsibly. Right? If you are having trouble using them responsibly, I am in the office and you can come sit with me and work on this. Right? And that is not a good thing. Right? You will be sitting there staring at a wall doing your work. Right? So please stay in the classroom, do what you're supposed to be doing, right? You'll finish this paper. Like I said, this gets turned into the box, right? After you finish this paper, you have one more thing to do, and it is this one right here. You can get it from the sub here in a second, right? This is called the study guide, right? Over here on this side, right, you have a vocabulary box. You're going to put them next to the definition. Easy peasy, right? 5 boxes, 5 words. You're going to use all of them and you're not going to repeat any, okay? Over here, right, it says to identify the evidence that a chemical change is shown in each image below, right? So we know the evidences of chemical change, 2 ways we know them, right? Yesterday we read the article and we listed the 7 evidences right here, right? And we have our notes, right? So use your resources. Both those papers are in your binder, right? These things, right, are showing different things happening, right? Bananas turning brown, milk going bad. Look, she's holding her nose. A hot pack. We talked about that one. Some bubbles, fireworks, and this one is from a vocabulary, right? The 2 liquids were mixed and chunks were formed. Gross, right? So tell me the evidence, what's happening here. How do you know that that's a chemical change? And on the back, right? You're doing the same thing basically, right? So there's 3 different experiments shown, right? 3 different results happening. In this one, you can see the temperature is going up. This one, a liquid and a solid were mixed, right? They covered it with a balloon, right? The temperature went up, right? And the balloon also inflated, okay? Right? And then last one was they lit this balloon on fire. They got the fire close to it, and boom, it exploded, okay? So again, you're going to tell me the evidence of chemical change here, right? Use your notes if you need to. This paper has holes, right? So it's going to go in the back of your binder, right? So your papers in order, if you get them out of order, you have a lot of papers, right? You have your notes, you have your evidence of chemical changes worksheet, you have your literacy connection, and then you have your study guide. Those are the 4 papers that we've done in the past 3 days, right? They need to go in that order in the back of your binder, okay? That is all the instructions I have for today, right? Please make sure that you're following instructions, doing what you're supposed to be doing just a great and fabulous job. Again, I am here, right? So please do not make the sub call me to come get you, right? We will not be having a fun conversation if that happens, right? Love you guys. Do your best. Y'all are going to be awesome today, right? I will see you later.